Hello, and welcome to Get In We're Going Healing, a place where we talk about mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being to help you learn to let go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. My name is Tova, and I will be your guide today. So today we're going to do another pick a card reading. I felt called to do this reading today, so I will. We're going to first choose 3 cards for 3 piles. And if you're new, how it works is you pick the card that feels most aligned for you, that you feel is the right card for you. And then you will look in the description box for the timestamp and jump to that particular card for that reading. And that will be your reading. Maybe it might be a number that is significant to you. It might be the card calls out to you. It might be that you just ask in your head, which one do I choose, 1, 2, or 3, and whatever number jumps out at you, that's the right one for you. Whichever way you choose is always the right way. There is no choosing a wrong pile. There's no such thing as choosing a wrong pile. There is always a message somewhere in there for you, okay? So to choose the pile today, we're going to go with the White Owl Mystic deck, okay? We're going to give them a shuffle. Oh, I guess they don't want to shuffle. All right, we need 3 cards, please. Oh, there's 1. 2. 1 more, please. And 3. Ooh, they're all going to fall. Okay, 3. All right, I guess that was very clearly it. So for pile number 1, we have Scorpio. For pile number 2, we have January Moon. And pile number 3, we have Energy or Yang. Okay, I'm going to hold them up so you can see them. Card number 1, Scorpio. Card number 2, January Moon. Card number 3, Energy or Yang, which is the masculine energy. Okay? So whichever pile calls to you, you're going to jump to the timestamp in the description box. If you are called to more than 1 pile, that is okay. There's probably a message in each pile, whatever pile you are drawn to, there's probably a message for you. So don't feel put out if you are called to more than 1 deck. That's fine. There's probably a message in all those readings for you. Okay? So I will see you at your reading. All right. If you chose card number 1, Scorpio, this is your reading. So let's first have a look at this card. So of course we see the scorpion, which is typical for a Scorpio. We see this woman here who has a neutral face. I call that neutral. There's not a smile, it's not a frown, it's just a neutral, okay? I see a rose. I see a skull. So right off the bat, I'm getting that there might be a message about rebirth for you. When we're talking about a skull, skulls are usually death. And death in the tarot is change, rebirth, the ending of something for the beginning of something new. Nothing can begin if you're still holding the old, okay? We have a rose that is in bloom. It is currently blooming. It's not fully opened. So this gives me even more elements of an ending and a rebirth. So you might be going through a transformation right now. Scorpio is a water sign. So it might be an emotional transformation that you are going through as well. It's possible you're going through a phase where you're moving out of this neutrality, out of this it's possible it's negative, it's possible it's unhappy, okay? But even behind her, there's flowers blooming, which is the beginning of new life. Springtime is the beginning of new life, okay? So already I'm getting this message for you of something is transforming for you. Something is changing for you, okay? I'm gonna place this up here. And let's get some messages to find out what else is happening. What is transforming in your life? And where are we getting these messages, please? Oh, Energy Oracle deck. Okay, so we're going to give these a shuffle and see what messages come through for you, pile number 1. Oh, I'm seeing storms as I cut the deck. So there might be some things, again, exiting your life. Storms coming up to shake things up. Let's find out some more. What do we need to hear for pile number 1? Angels, guides, ancestors, elements of Most High. Please make sure we get the messages that we need to hear today. Please bless this reading that our pile number 1 gets what they need to hear today. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Blossoming abundance in reverse. So things are not yet moving. The abundance you're waiting for is not yet coming. First chakra and happy family. Okay. So already with these 3 cards, the message I'm already seeing is that what you're looking for is stability in your family life. First chakra is security, stability, grounding. It's the very first. It's also masculine energy for the lower 3 chakras. We've talked about this before in my podcast about things that are the elements that are masculine energy are from the lower 3 chakras, the root chakra, first chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra are often those associated with the masculine energy. Everybody meets in the middle at the heart, and the feminine energy tends to associate with the throat chakra for communication, the third eye chakra with intuition, and the crown chakra with connection to divinity. Now we have the masculine energy in the root chakra, and but it is upright, it is stable. So there is stability that you are seeking in your family life. This is also associated with the 10 of Cups, the happy family. Everything is beautiful. Okay. We're looking at this card and we're seeing the rainbow. We're seeing everybody's holding hands. Everybody's happy. Everybody's wearing white, which is a symbol of more purity. It's coming from this white light and a rainbow. Now let's think that through for a second with white. If we understand wavelengths of light, the different rainbows come from white light. And white light, when broken down into the wavelengths, break down into the various different colors we see in a rainbow. And we can demonstrate that in science by using a prism or a crystal or something that works like a prism, where what it does is it disrupts the white light that comes into it and breaks it up into its rainbow divisions, into its different light waves. So these people are wearing white. So this is already telling me information about light coming to you, light transforming you. Because that's what happens with white light. It is transformed when it goes through the prism. So this happy family is currently being transformed. But as of right now, it has not yet transformed with blossoming abundance in the reverse, which it looks like you're still waiting, but not impatiently thus far. Right now, because we've got the root chakra in upright, we are stable, we are secure. Okay, let's get some more information, please. Yeah, goddess of the moon in the upright and the world. Yes, okay, so you might identify with being the divine feminine in your relationship with the goddess of the moon. Okay, goddess of the moon is standing in your power as the divine feminine. Now, to stand in the power as the divine feminine is to know who you are, is to be secure in self. It is to be secure in your spiritual connection. She's holding the white light as well. She's holding the connection to divinity. And she's connected to, there's water again. She's connected to emotions, right? There's Scorpio is a water sign. This is connected to the emotions. The goddess of the moon, being the divine goddess, being the divine feminine, is connected to her emotions. Emotions are not a weakness, even though in our current society we are often taught that emotions are weakness. Emotions are not weakness. Emotions are expressions. They are part of being a human, okay? You are expanding right now. You might be going through, we did say, a transformation, right? You are expanding with the world. The world is being able to look at things from a greater perspective and see things with a zoomed out lens. This is expanding and growing. This is leveling up, is how I like to see it. As you move and you level up and you move through the levels, you move through the layers. Wherever you were, you are moving forward. You are growing. Okay, this is very beautiful energy. Do we have anything else that we need from this particular deck? Okay. Anything else for our lovely pile one? Thank you. You are learning about unconditional love. Right now, it appears that your love that you give has conditions. Okay. Angel of Love is about unconditional love. Okay. It's giving your heart no matter what. Even when someone else has caused harm, it's still knowing that there is love there, even when there is conflict. Think about it like the way that you love your child, right? A good parent, a good stable parent, loves their child even when their child does something that's misbehavior, right? Even when your child does something that you don't approve of, it doesn't take your love away from them. It doesn't make you love them less. You might not be very happy with them in the moment, and that's okay. That happens. But you don't love your child any less, right? Unconditional love is about no matter what happens, the love still remains. Right now, it looks like you're moving out of a space, especially as we fall into happy family, you're moving out of a space of your love being conditional. And as you're moving out of this space, you're expanding. And I feel like that's what's expanding for you, especially as we call that under the happy family card, that there has been, I'm going to say there's probably been some conflicts. That is the feeling I'm getting, that there has been some conflicts within your happy family. And it may have had to do with conditional love, with the Angel of Love in reverse. But that is what's changing. Right? It might be that's why your abundance isn't coming, because you're holding conditions on how and when you're going to love, that you will only love under certain circumstances. And when your members of your family, could be your partner, could be your children, could be siblings, could be parents, there's no specification as to what family members. But if there are family members that have caused you harm, there is question on whether or not they still deserve love. And even without breaking down even more questions, everyone is deserving of love. If you are concerned about giving love that is not reciprocated, that's more of an issue of having boundaries. That's more of an issue of saying, this is treatment I will not accept. And remember, boundaries are not about controlling other people. Right? They are about how you are going to respond when someone crosses your boundary. What you are going to do if you set a limit of, this is how I not just expect to be treated, but this is what I will tolerate. This is what I will accept. And if you choose to accept that treatment, if you choose that, right, then you get what you've always gotten. If there's mistreatment that's happening and you allow that mistreatment to happen, you are telling them essentially it's okay. If you go back and you allow and forgive over and over and over and allow them to keep treating you that way while you build up resentment and anger, that is because you are not setting a limit on what is acceptable and what is not. That is your limit to set. No one else can set the boundary for you. You must decide how far is too far. How far, where's the line? Where's the line that you draw? And when someone crosses that line, it is up to you to decide what you're going to do if they cross that line. It might be cutting back on communication. It might be cutting back on time spent with them. It might be certain topics of conversation are no longer up for discussion. If it's a family member has a lot of opinions about particular topics, and whenever you bring up those topics, it ends up in conflict, then those topics need to come off the table. They need to come off for discussion. And when that topic is brought up, that's to you to say, no, I'm sorry, that topic is not up for discussion. And if they continue choosing to bring up that topic, what are you going to do? Are you going to change the subject? Are you going to walk away? Are you going to set very hard boundaries? Are you going to set softer boundaries? How are you going to approach when that boundary is crossed? Okay, that's how you can continue to hold unconditional love for people, but control how you are treated, how you are treated, how they show connection with you, how they, it's up to us to set those boundaries with people. On the bottom of the deck, we have second chakra. Okay, second chakra is solar plexus chakra. That comes after the root chakra, and that's the place of intimacy. That's the place of creativity. But in this, I feel like this is an intimacy issue. And not intimacy doesn't necessarily denote sexual intimacy, though that can be an element depending on who it is that we are referring to within this happy family, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual intimacy. Intimacy is our connection with others, whether we let things in or not. It is upright. So your chakra is open. You are open to intimacy. But we've got this angel of love in reverse. So let's get a few clarifiers, okay? I feel like I'm being called to the Osho Zen deck to clarify. Can we get some clarifiers for this blossoming abundance in reverse, please? I want to know more about why is there a feeling of lack? Why is there a feeling that the abundance is not blossoming? Where's this lack from? Please and thank you. Four of Cups turning in. We are not checking in with our inner selves. We are looking externally and listening to the voices of others. Can I get I want 2 more cards for blossoming abundance, please, to clarify blossoming abundance. 2 more cards, please. Clarify blossoming abundance. Why is it in reverse? Blossoming abundance in reverse. 1 more, please. Blossoming abundance in reverse. Thank you. All right, so the clarifiers, hold on, that's very interesting. Okay, I don't believe in coincidences, and I just noticed that this card fell on the floor, which I feel is a bonus card for you, because I noticed it during your reading. And it is Cancer is the card. And again, it is another water sign, another emotional sign. So I really strongly feel like this has to do with your emotions. So the clarifiers for blossoming abundance in reverse is 4 of Cups in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Page of Wands upright. So these 3 in conjunction, when asking what's going on with this feeling of lack, that this abundance is not coming, it's because you're not tuning in to your inner self and the messages inward, which is causing things to stay stagnant with the Wheel of Fortune and change. This particular card has changed. So things are not changing because you're not tuning in and you're looking for the energy to move intensely. Okay? And the energy is not moving intensely right now because you're not checking in with your inner self. Okay? Can we get some clarifiers for the first chakra, please? Root chakra. Archangel Michael. Clarifiers, 3 cards, please. Clarify first chakra. 2 more, please. Ace of Cups would go with the flow. 2 more cards, please. Clarify. Thank you. 1 more, please. Clarify stability. Thank you. Okay. So, clarifiers for stability is Ace of Cups, go with the flow. The Tower with Thunderbolt. And 2 of Wands with possibilities in reverse. So, things are stable right now. Things feel secure and stable because you are going with the flow and allowing the universe to tear down whatever it is that is no longer in alignment with you. That's what the Tower is. That is the universe taking whatever it is that's not meant for you and tearing it out of your life. But it's also causing you to feel like there are no choices, with the possibilities card in reverse, that there are no options. Okay? At least it feels like, because that's the energy. The energy of there's no other way to go. Oh, no, okay, hold on. No, I feel like they're saying when we're clarifying stability and security, it's because you're allowing there is no other option. You recognize there is no other option. In order for you to have stability, you have to allow the universe to do what it's doing. You have to allow the universe to tear down what is not meant for you and go with the flow. There's no other options for you to go, and you know that. Okay? Happy family upright. Let's clarify happy family upright. Thank you. 7 of Cups with projections. 3 of Swords with heartbreak and isolation. Queen of Wands with sharing. Okay. So this happy family card is clarified by recognizing the projections. Okay. So in this card, we see these 2 people who are actually neutral faces, but the projections on the outside is anger. So when we get that with the heartbreak card, with isolation, the happy family, the problem you might be having with the happy family is there were projections. There were you and a partner, a friend, a family member, someone who feels like family, were projecting what you thought they meant, what you thought they were doing, your interpretation of their actions. Okay? And the interpretations were negative. That this person was intending you harm, which caused your heart to break and caused you to freeze up. In this one, what we see is this man is encased in ice. And the tears, the rainbow tears, there's rainbow again, right? Right in the same card, we had rainbow. Okay, we've got the rainbow in the tears. And the tears start to melt the ice and unfreeze. Okay, and we've got the Queen of Wands with sharing. So I feel like what this is saying, this happy family is clarified by sharing what happened, the things that you thought, and the heartbreak that it caused, by being honest about the heartbreak that was caused through the projections is what's going to create your happy family. That's what's going to create the stability that you're looking for within your happy family. Whether that's, again, a parent, a sibling, a partner, whoever this person is to you, whatever you thought that they were saying or doing, whatever you interpreted through your own projections, and projections are based in fear, okay? When we project something, it's because we are afraid of something. It might be fear of worthiness. It might be fear of abandonment. It might be fear of not being loved. It might be whatever that fear is. That's the projection. So whatever behavior that the other person exhibited was interpreted by you as whatever that fear is. That's what came to the surface. And it broke your heart. It broke your heart, okay? In order to have that happy family, you have to share that. But we saw before that it requires you to turn in. It requires you to do some inner work. It requires you to look in at why those projections existed. Where did they come from? What is the root of it? Okay? What were you projecting onto someone else that was not accurate and true and broke your heart? Be honest. You might not necessarily need to share it with them, but it's something that you need to share, at least with yourself. Be willing to look into, okay? Let's clarify Goddess of the Moon, please. Our Divine Feminine. Clarify Goddess of the Moon, please. Thank you. 1, 2 more, please. Clarify Goddess of the Moon. Thank you. And there's our third. Okay. So Goddess of the Moon is clarified by 8 of Swords in reverse. With guilt, there's 8s. There's 2 8s. 8s is like an infinity sign. How interesting. All right. So it's clarified by 8 of Swords in reverse, releasing guilt. 8 of Wands in the upright, moving forward on your path and traveling with lots of energy. And receptivity, Queen of Cups in reverse. Lack of reception, not being open to things. So Goddess of the Moon, not being open. Oh, okay. I feel like this is the order it goes to explain it. So Goddess of the Moon is clarified by letting go of your thoughts of guilt. Who is guilty? It's their fault. It's my fault. It's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. Fault is a losing game. Okay, I'm just gonna say that outright. Blame is a losing game. When we focus on blame, when we focus on telling someone else that it is their fault, my feelings are your fault, right? These things are your fault. I'm hurting because of you. These blame things are inaccurate, okay? The reason we're hurting is because somebody touched a wound that was already there. They said something, they did something that touched on that wound and caused us pain. The existing wound is not their fault. That wound is there, and it's your responsibility to see that the wound exists and to work on healing the wound. So letting go of it's your fault, I'm hurting. Okay? Letting go of being unwilling to be open. Receptivity in the reverse. Okay? Cutting stuff off. No. Not being open. I will not accept. I will not receive. I will not take that. Okay? As you learn to let go of the guilt, as you learn to set boundaries, as you learn to no longer accept the blame game, it's going to help you move forward on your travel. It's going to give the energy of moving forward. It's going to provide that help that you need to move you forward, Divine Feminine. Okay? Clarify the world, please. 3 cards to clarify the world, the expansion. 3 cards to clarify the world, please. 1, 2, 3. All right. So the world is clarified by the Sun in reverse, which is innocence in reverse, compromise in the upright, 6 of Pentacles, and 8 of Cups, letting go. All right. So for you to expand, you're going to have to take ownership and responsibility. Innocence. Normally this card is the Sun, and I feel like innocence is this childlike innocence, but we've got it in reverse, okay? So taking responsibility for the part that you've played. You are not innocent. Now, we're not talking about guilt like this. We already talked about releasing guilt, okay? This is taking responsibility, okay? Because there's innocence and then there's non-innocence. Now, I don't want to use the word guilt, but I do want to say that you are not blameless in whatever this situation happened. As I said before in the last thing, those wounds already existed. Just because someone poked them does not mean they caused them. So it's taking responsibility for the part that you played, being willing to compromise, not just say, my way is the right way. I'm right, you're wrong. It's taking ownership of the responsibility that you had, the part that you played, and being willing to bend a little. Be willing to allow a little more. And be willing to let go. Okay? Let go of the pain that was caused to you. Let go of the hurt that was caused to you. It's just like holding on to a flame. The only one or holding on to a hot coal, the only one that's hurting is you. Okay? As long as you're holding on to it, you're causing yourself more pain than if you were to just let go. And these 3 cards together with expansion, for you to expand, for you to move forward on your path, for you to level up, you need to take ownership of the part that you played in the drama. You need to be willing to compromise with the other person towards a greater goal, and you need to let go of the pain that was caused, and understanding that it was not done to you with the intention of causing harm, as we saw in the projections, but rather that it just happened, and it was meant for you to see. It was meant for you to notice that there existed a wound there. Okay? Clarify angel of love in reverse is conditional love, please. Clarify conditional love. 3 cards. 1. Clarify conditional love, please. 2. Clarify conditional love. 1 more, please. Thank you. Okay. This conditional love is clarified by 8 of Pentacles in reverse. The Emperor, the Rebel in reverse, and Adventure in reverse. All right. So this conditional love you're holding is because you are feeling that you have to do a lot of hard work. Hold on. No, that's not the message I'm getting. Ordinariness. That it's unusual. Okay. Ordinariness is that you have everything that you need to live an ordinary life. To live your life just being, existing, and relaxing. So this conditional love, I feel, has to do with you not feeling like you have the things that you need in life to create happiness, which is causing you to stay chained. You're holding on to generational chains, because the Emperor is the breaker of chains. See? There's the chains on his feet, and he breaks the chains. He makes the rules. You're being stuck in old ways of thinking and generational curses. And it's making life feel like it's a burden, and that there's no adventure, that it's just exhausting and tiring, and there's no fun anymore. Okay? So the reason that you feel that your love has to be conditional is because you feel like you have to work so hard, and that this is a mindset that you are carrying about how life is just toiling. Life is just working really, really hard to get what you want, and that there's no fun in it, that you're just here to live and work and die. But I'm sorry, I have to break this for you. I have to let you know that's not life. That's not real, okay? This is a mindset that comes from the boomer generation, that comes from the silent generation, that comes from the different generations that came before it, that did have to toil really, really hard because life was really, really hard for them. They had to toil and they had to work really, really hard. Okay? That is not true. It is not true that you have to do something that you just toil and work and you hate it and it's boring and it's exhausting. That is not a real existence. That's a mindset, and mindsets can change. So this conditional love that you are carrying can be changed to unconditional love. But in order to do that, you have to break the chain of feeling like you have to work so hard for things to be good. You don't. You don't have to work so hard in order to have a good life. You can do something that brings you joy. You can do something that brings you happiness. You can do something that brings you the coin that you need to live, that doesn't make you so freaking unhappy. And the only person who can change that for you is you. You have to make the decision to change. No one else is going to do that for you. No one else can do that for you. Even if they offered it to you, you would still have to decide to take it or not take it. You would still have to decide to get out of your mindset that life is boring, that life is toiling, that life is misery. This is a generational curse that you are carrying. And it is not true, and it does not have to be true for you. It is only true for you because you make it true for you. Okay? It is only that way because you tell yourself it is that way. Okay? It doesn't have to be true. I want to give you one final message on loving yourself. the Love Yourself, How to Love Yourself cards by Louise Hay. I feel like this is something important with this unconditional love, with this expansion that you're going through, with the stability that you're going through, that you're learning to allow the universe to break down what is no longer in alignment with you. Okay, let's find out what we need to hear to love ourselves. Okay, thank you. This goes right back to our very first card about not tuning into yourself, not going inward. Every time I meditate or do a visualization for healing, I am connecting with like-minded people all over the world. I am one with everyone on the planet. I'm getting chills as I say it. Pile number 1, it is important for you to recognize that your energy is energy. Okay, you are not bound by this physical body that you are in. You are not bound by this life that you are in. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing. Everything is mutable. Everything changes. Everything changes with the way that you look at it. There's that phrase, when you change the way you look at things, everything you look at changes. And it is absolutely true. When you change your mindset, when you change the way you view things, when you change your projections, when you change these things, everything around you changes. Okay? And it's not even necessarily physical changes. It's seeing things through a different lens, seeing a different perspective. And when you change your perspective, even though nothing else has changed but your perspective, it still causes things to change. Okay? I'm not even going to give personal examples from my life because I don't feel it's necessary. I feel like this is something that is individual to you. Find a way to see how things are and change how things are from your perspective and see what you can change, okay? So my lovely pile number 1s who are very emotional, who are going through this big, beautiful transformation, I wish you the best of luck. If you want further help along this journey of transformation, you can check out my podcast. I have been through this transformation. I am still going through this transformation, and I share what I learn along the path. Might be that some of the things I've learned might be useful to you. The information for that is in the description box. It is found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you get your podcasts. You can also, if you're looking for more in-depth information for you specifically in your particular situation, you can send me an email that is in the description box as well, and I can set up a personal reading for you, and we can organize that and do a personal reading and get more in depth if that's something that you need. You can follow me on social media, on Instagram and on Facebook. I share inspiring content regularly that might help you and might be something that you need to hear. Okay? So until next time, keep letting go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic self. Until next time, love and light, fellow humans. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2s. If you chose the January moon card, this card is for you. So let's look a little bit more at this card. Okay, we see some jagged parts that might be they might be mountains, they might be trees, they might be jagged things like claws that are meant to hurt. We see a blue jay, and here's an interesting thing about blue jays. Blue jays are part of the corvus family. Okay, the corvus family of birds, and the other members of that family are ravens and crows. Even though we regularly see blue jays and think, oh, that's just a regular bird, they are one of the most intelligent kinds of birds, right up there with ravens and crows, same family, which also means that ravens and crows are often seen as messengers from the ancestors. Okay, blue jays would also fall in that category as messengers from the ancestors. We also see here a moon with a wolf and a maiden's face. Okay, so this might even be talking about connection with your innocence and with your more savagery. Because remember, we are not all one or another thing. We are a mixture of both light and dark, and we see this in light and dark, okay? You might be working through something right now where you are learning how to be in balance with your light side and your dark side. Let's get some more information. See if we can get some more clarifiers. Maybe there's more information on that card that will make more sense in our reading. All right. So where are we going to get our messages today? Oh, Light Seers Tarot. All right. That's where we're going to get our messages. So angels, guides, ancestors of our beautiful pile number 2, we've chosen the January moon with the bird that signifies connection to ancestors. What do they need to hear? Help us get clear guided messages to help them move forward on their path right now, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay. 5 of Pentacles, upright. Queen of Swords, upright. Messages for pile number 2, please. Three of Wands in reverse. Knight of Pentacles, upright. Ten of Cups, upright. One more card, please. 4 of Swords, upright. With Judgment in reverse on the bottom. All right. So let's get this initial message and then we'll clarify. So 5 of Pentacles is about mindset of lack, about feeling like you don't have the resources you need. Okay, this person's sitting here in rags and she's feeling sorry for herself, honestly. Feeling sad, feeling sorry for herself, and feeling like there's no way out. But the thing about the 5 of Pentacles is always reminding us that we can find the way out. There is a key to this door that appears to be closed. That we always have the ability to get ourselves unstuck, to get ourselves out. With the Queen of Pentacles, we have being logical. Now, this might be being overly logical because the Queen of Swords has the cups, which are our emotions, locked down. She makes a lot of decisions. She makes a lot of logical decisions, but she's good at cutting people out if necessary. That's boundaries. She's good at like, nope, that's it. Because swords are the way we think. So Queen of Swords is very logical. She makes her decisions not from her emotions, but from her logical perspective. But she can also be a bit rash, a bit harsh at times. We'll get some clarifiers to find out what's up with her. 3 of Wands is about making your own choices, creating your own path, but we've got it in reverse. So there's a path that you are either meant to follow, that is a path someone else has created, or you are not making the decision to choose your own path. We've got the Knight of Pentacles upright, which is things coming for you in the material realm slowly. This is mature things, but he moves very slowly. 10 of Cups is happy family, emotionally satisfied, emotionally happy in your life. 4 of Swords is coming out of a mental heartbreak. So 4 of Swords in reverse is coming out of it. So usually this is coming into a place of holding your heart off to yourself and mending it, mending a broken heart. You're healing from that. This is the coming out of it. You're healing from that. So let's get some clarifiers, please. Can we get some clarifiers for our pile number 2 on 5 of Pentacles, please? This feeling of lack, this feeling of not having enough, this feeling of possibly not being enough. Clarify 5 of Pentacles, please. 3 cards. Clarify 5 of Pentacles, please. 1. 2 more, please. Clarify 5 of Pentacles. 2, 3. Thank you. All right. Five of Pentacles is clarified by Seven of Wands in reverse with releasing stress. Eight of Cups upright with letting go. And the Devil with conditioning in the reverse. All right. So why are you feeling lack? You are feeling lack because you are currently letting go of things that are stressing you out, walking away from things that are emotionally no longer serving you, and releasing old conditioning. Okay, so this card always makes me think, if you're familiar with the Disney movie, the Disney short Lambert, the Sheepish Lion, this always reminds me of that. In that cartoon, what happens is Lambert is dropped off by a stork, and he is being raised by Mrs. Sheep. And he's raised with other lambs, thinking that he's a lamb. And he can't quite be the lamb. He keeps trying, and he keeps learning to baa. He keeps trying to do this, but he's not very good at baaing and bleating like the other sheep. He's not very good at headbutting the way that the other sheep are. So he feels inadequate. He feels frightened. He feels lesser than. Until one day, a wolf shows up to where the sheep, the herd is. And everybody's scared. And nobody's willing to fight the sheep willing to fight the wolf until the wolf grabs hold of Lambert's mama and pulls her away. And she's calling, Lambert, Lambert, help. But he's so cowardly. He's so scared because he's never been a lion before. He's always been an outcast. That he keeps trying. He doesn't do anything until he sees the wolf is almost about to kill his mom, and then something snaps inside of him. And he learns to roar. And he goes after that wolf, and he knocks him right off. He butts him in the head with his head, and he knocks him right off the cliff and saves his mama. And after that, when he realizes he's actually a lion and he lives his life as an actual lion, he finds that he is accepted by the herd. Now, this particular card, the way it's explained is that this lion is wearing a sheep's clothing until he looks at his reflection and meets an old lion who says, why are you trying to be a sheep? You aren't a sheep. You were never a sheep. You were a lion. And when he learns to take off his conditioning, he learns to be who he is. So with this Five of Pentacles, the key to finding your way out of this lack mentality is to let go of the stresses in your life. That means find a way to reduce stress. You might not be able to remove all the things in your life, but the way that you manage your stress will be important. There are lots of ways you can reduce stress. Reducing your stress, letting go of past hurts, letting go of past things that caused you pain. They do not serve you. They cannot help you where you need to go. You must let them go. As long as you hold on to them, they will keep you stuck. You must let them go. And you must let go of believing that you are who you were told you were. Because you are not. You are much greater than that. You are specifically unique to who you are. You cannot be who someone else tells you to be. You must be yourself. So you have to let go of being the conditioning of being who you thought you were, so you can discover who you actually are. That will help you find the key to get out of this space where you are feeling sorry for yourself. Okay, Queen of Swords. Clarify Queen of Swords, please. 3 cards to clarify Queen of Swords. 1. Queen of Swords. Clarify Queen of Swords, please. Clarify Queen of Swords, please. Here we are. Thank you. All right. Queen of Swords is clarified by 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups upright, and the Knight of Swords with Mind in the reverse. All right. So we talked about Queen of Swords is logical. She makes a lot of logical decisions. She cuts people out. She doesn't make decisions from an emotional standpoint. Now, we clarify it by 4 of Wands in this deck is participation. Okay, let's look a little closer. in this card, each person, we'll put these down, each person has one hand up and one hand down, right? Everybody's working together. One hand up, one hand down. Balance between giving and receiving. And as a whole, they are creating change. They are creating this whirling in the center, right? This is working together with other people towards a collective goal. Positive partnerships, okay? Participation, working with others, taking things moment to moment, okay? In this card, we see this guy who's walking along these rocks. And on one side is a cityscape, and on the other are blocks. And this talks about finding the balance between work-life balance, between city-country balance. This is taking things one moment at a time, not looking at the greater picture and being overwhelmed, not looking at the past and being underwhelmed. This is taking everything day by day, moment by moment. You cannot let one moment mess up your whole day, because that's just one moment in the whole day. Take your day moment by moment and release believing the ego mind. This card talks about the voices in your head, right? Giving a voice to all the thoughts in your head and then listening to them and believing them. And we've got TNT, dynamite, right? TNT, it's dynamite. That might be something for you to check into, is look into that song by AC/DC. But this is giving voice to the ego mind. Stop listening to the ego mind, okay? The ego mind is going to tell you, basically, it's the little devil on your shoulder, okay? It's the naysayer. It's they're out to hurt you, they're out to get you, they're out to cause you harm sort of mindset. That's the ego thinking, okay? But we want to work on participating with others. We want to work on working together with others. In order to do that, we have to let go of our ego thinking. And our ego mind is always where we're blaming. It's focused on me, I want, I feel, I this, I that, right? When it is our higher self speaks from love. Higher self speaks from connection. Higher self speaks from unconditional love. That's where higher self is, because higher self wants the best for us and for those around us, not at the expense of someone else, but with them, participating with them, working together with them towards a higher goal. Not I get, but you don't. You did this and you already got that, so it's my turn now. It's me. That is ego. Okay, that is the ego mind. Letting go of that mindset of it's mine now, and saying, how can we all get what we want? How can we all benefit as the greater whole? How can we all participate with each other to get the greater good? Okay, I don't want to harp on that anymore. I feel like that was pretty clear, so we're going to move on. 3 of Wands, okay? Not blazing your own trail, following a trail that's already been created. Let's get clarification, please. 3 cards, clarify 3 of Wands in reverse, please. 1, 2, 3, thank you. All right, so 8 of Pentacles in the reverse position, feeling like you don't have enough to live an ordinary life, feeling like you have to overwork, okay? Because the 8 of Pentacles is working hard towards what you want, but it's in reverse. So either you're not working hard towards what you actually want, or no, you know what? I feel like that is what it is, because the next 2 cards are projections, which is 7 of Cups, but in this deck, it's, you see the 2 people are neutral, but what they're projecting is anger. What they're projecting is negativity. What they're projecting is malice, okay? In the upright, and Lovers in the reverse, okay? Out of balance. So I'm willing to bet, given that these are the cards that we have, what I feel like that this has to do with a relationship. This Three of Wands, following the path that someone else wants for you, following the path that you feel that you should be following instead of blazing your own path, has to do with feeling like you have to, that not everyone's putting in the hard work in this relationship, and it's a projection, okay? It's possibly that you are, because you are not following the path that is right for you, because you're following the path that someone else wants you to follow, you might feel like you're the only one putting in the work. But that is a projection. It is not the truth. We saw before with participating, this is an ego mindset where we are believing the projections that they're not working as hard. I'm working hard, but they're not. They're not putting in the effort. It might just be that you are projecting that because you feel like you're putting in too much effort. Relationships aren't about putting in effort, okay? I have to say this, it's not in the cards, but I have to say it because it's so important. The best thing that you can, and making me a little bit emotional as I say it because it's such an important concept. The best thing that you can do for your relationship is to work on you. Bar none. The best thing that you can do for your relationship is to work on you. Because as long as you are projecting your pain onto your partner, you are going to see it that they are causing that. And yeah, they might say some things that are hurtful or unkind, but the only reason it hurts you is because it's touching a wound that was already there. Because it already hurt. You were already having pain there. And them touching that painful spot makes it hurt more. And then you blame them for touching the painful spot and saying it's your fault that I'm in pain. But the pain was already there. They just touched it. And they didn't cause the pain. That was caused by more than likely something that happened in your childhood when you were still in a space of being innocent and someone hurt you and gave you that wound. And now every time your partner touches it, it hurts you that much more. Okay? The best thing that you can do for your relationship is to work on yourself. To find out where those wounds came from and then do the work to heal them. Because no one can heal those wounds for you. You are the only person who can do it. Okay? No one else can do it for you. Even when you employ professional help, like talking to a therapist, talking to a counselor, marriage counseling, any of that sort of stuff. Even when you work with a professional, they can't magically make it go away. You have to decide to take their advice and do the work. It's your inner part. It's your inner pain. You have to be the one to actually pick up the work and do the work to undo the pain that's in there. Your partner can't do it for you. And more than likely, they're projecting onto you their pain because you're not meeting the needs that they have. And they have those wounds about their needs being met because there was a caregiver in their childhood who did not meet those needs for them. So they are seeking for you to meet those needs, just as you are seeking for your partner to meet those needs for you. But those are not things your partner meets for you. Those are things you meet for yourself. And then you work together to have a beautiful existence. You are walking someone else's path, not your own. And you are walking that path and blaming other people for the pain you're experiencing by walking a path that is not true for you. Okay, we're going to move on. Knight of Pentacles, please. Let's clarify. 3 cards to clarify Knight of Pentacles. Thank you. Inner Voice with High Priestess. Knight of Pentacles. Why is everything moving so slow? Things are moving slowly. Why? 3 of Pentacles in reverse with guidance. one more card. Oh, you get 2 more cards. Oh, I see why. Okay. All right. The reason things are moving slow is because you need to trust your own inner voice, your inner wisdom, your intuition. High Priestess and this one, inner voice, talks about listening to your inner guidance, the inner voice inside you. 3 of Pentacles in reverse with guidance. You are not listening to the guidance of your higher self, your inner guides, your spiritual guides, your ancestors. You're not listening to them. Okay, I feel like this is the order they want because you are in a space of comparing. This card talks about the oak. Whoever said the oak was more sturdy or beautiful than the bamboo? Whoever said the bamboo was more sturdy or beautiful than the oak? Each provides their own beautiful benefit. The oak does not need to be the bamboo, and the bamboo does not need to be the oak in order to be beautiful. The bamboo is beautiful simply because the bamboo is beautiful. The oak is beautiful simply because the oak is beautiful. They each have their own beauty and strength, and they do not need to compare each other to make the other one worthwhile. Okay? That's what's going to bring you your connection with the 10 of Pentacles. That's what's going to bring you the things you want in the world. The reason it's moving slowly is that you have to listen to your inner voice. You're not listening to the guidance that your guides are giving you. You're trapped in a space of comparing yourself to another person. I am better, they are better. That mindset. But what you need is to work together. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a better place. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. We are the world, okay? Choose to make a better day for you and the other person. Choose to start giving. Choose to make the choice to save your own life. I'm getting chills. Choose to make a choice to save your own life. No one can do it for you. You must be the one to make this decision. Clarify 10 of Cups, please. How do we get this happy life? Clarify the 10 of Cups. Okay. That's a lot of cards. All right, they have a lot to say on this, much more than I was expecting, but I'm going to take them all, okay? First, you're caught up in mental stories that cause you sorrow and mental pain, okay? It's keeping you up at night. You're stuck in this mindset, okay? You're the one who breaks the chains with the rebel in upright. He is the emperor. He is the breaker of chains. He breaks the generational curses. You are the one who is meant to break your chains, which will start a new adventure for you, will open you up to new exciting things. Again, you're being told, turn in, listen to your inner voices, not the voices of those outside of you. This will help to create change for you because this is your destiny. And this will lead to a new start for you. This will lead to an ending. The Fool is a new beginning. In reverse, this is an ending. In order for you to end this, all of this previous stuff, in order for you to end all of this, to get this, to gain this, to gain the happy life, you have to acknowledge the pain and sorrow of things that were keeping you up at night. Break the generational curse of repeating the same pattern over and over and over. Be willing to start something new. Okay, be willing to go on a new adventure. Check in with your inner self, your inner guidance. Okay, tune in with your inner guidance. That will get you out of this old cycle and create change for you. I'm not even going to delve into that more because I feel like that was very clear, okay? We're going to clarify Four of Swords as we're coming out of this, keeping to ourselves, holding our heart to ourselves, okay? Clarify, please. One more card, please. One more card to clarify Four of Swords in reverse, please. One more card, please. Thank you. Okay. We have 10 of Cups in reverse. There it is again. That's repeated. That's funny because this card, where are we? This card with adventure, this is the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Next deck is Knight of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of Cups. Next one is 10 of Cups. Okay. I feel like this is a progression that is happening. That it's moving slowly, picking up speed, moving into the things that we're looking for, okay? 10 of Cups in reverse, disharmony, okay? Page of Pentacles, upright, slowing down. King of Wands, Ace of Wands, upright, the Source. So the clarification for as we're coming out of this, protecting our heart, is that we are coming out of a time of disharmony, a time where your head and your heart are out of alignment. Okay, because harmony is your head and your heart are in alignment. Your heart speaks to your mind. That they're both communicating. There's connection between what you emotionally want and your mental side. Remember, we saw the Queen of Swords up here, right? Who makes these logical decisions that don't require using her heart. Right now, that's what we're seeing the same thing. Your heart is not communicating with your head. That is why there was this holding yourself back, okay? You're slowly coming out of it, slowly. The turtle is moving slow, but we've got our rainbow, right? So we're moving towards beauty and magic. And you're being reminded that this is something you can do with the Source. You are the source of your happiness. You are the person who can make these changes. We've already said that. You are the person who can make these changes for you. No one can do it for you. You have to be the one to do this, and you're being told that here. You have to choose to move forward. You are the creator of your life. You are the creator of your existence. If what you want is this happy life, if what you want is this beautiful, prosperous life, you have to choose to let go of what you're already carrying. It's not for you. It won't help you move forward. Okay, it's just going to keep you stuck where you were. You have to let it go. Okay, let's get one message of love from the Love Yourself cards by Louise Hay. See what message to take forward of self-love for you. Okay. For our beautiful pile number 2s who are getting these beautiful messages, balancing out their light and their dark, who are looking at things that are both painful and beautiful, who are getting messages from their ancestral team, from their guides, who are learning to let go of the pain they've been carrying. What do they need to hear to love themselves? Thank you. Oh, you've gotten 2 messages. Of course you did. I'm good enough. Of course you are. There is no need to struggle to be better. All I need to do is love myself more today than yesterday and treat myself as someone who is deeply loved. Absolutely. We talked about that with comparison, right? We already saw that, comparing yourself to another person, looking at who is better and why, right? But you are good enough. All you have to do is love yourself more today than you did yesterday. And I know that's a tall order. I do. I understand this. I have learned self-love, and it was a hard journey, okay? If you want to follow more about that, you can check out my podcast. That'll be in the description box. I do share what I've learned along this journey of self-love as I've learned to heal. You are good enough. You just need to love yourself more today than you did yesterday. I know and affirm that my body is a friendly place to live. I have respect for my body. and I treat it well. I affirm positive things about my body and tell it I love it often. So are you the kind of person who looks at yourself in the mirror and catalogs every flaw you see, every wrinkle, every mark, every blemish, everything that you feel is not the right look? Are you in this space of comparing yourself to other people? I'm getting emotional again. Are you in the space of comparing yourself to another person and finding yourself lacking? Because your body is your body. Okay, it is not anyone else's, and it cannot be anyone else's. You are simply you, and you are beautiful as you are. The oak is not more beautiful than the bamboo. The bamboo is not more beautiful than the oak. You could be the bamboo, you could be the oak, you could be the juniper berries. It doesn't matter what you are. You are beautiful simply because you are. Treat your body well. Okay? If you check out my YouTube channel, check out, I want to say season 3 of my podcast on this channel. There is a self-mirror, there's a self-love exercise with a mirror where I teach you how to create your own mirror and then how to use mirror magic for working on self-love. It is something that I do every day. I found a recent video on Instagram that I really resonated with, where a professional was talking about how to reset up neural pathways. And he says in the morning when you first go in the bathroom after you do your business, when you brush your teeth, if you're right-handed and you normally brush with your right hand, brush with your left hand. And the first reason for that is because you are using something different and you are exciting different neurons in the brain and creating a new neural pathway. After you brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand and you finish that job, you look at yourself in the mirror and you say to yourself 20 to 30 times. I usually do 20 to 30 depending on how I'm feeling that day. Look at yourself in the mirror, not to catalog all of your flaws, but look at yourself in the eyes in the mirror and say, I love you, to yourself 20 to 30 times. Now, this might be hard for you if self-love is a complicated thing for you. If you have self-loathing, then saying I love you to yourself might be very hard. And I send you all kinds of compassion for that, because learning to love yourself is a very hard thing to do. And it is very painful because you are undoing conditioning of not loving yourself, of not feeling enough, right? So 20 to 30 times repeating I love you to yourself, okay? And then after that, the same frequency of 20 to 30 times doing breath work, okay? And it's an inhale and a quick exhale. 20 to 30 times. Now the reason for that is it puts a lot of oxygen into the blood and therefore circulates a lot of oxygen to the brain, right? So you're giving your brain a new message, you're exciting new neurons, and you're giving it oxygen. This in itself will help to bridge new neural pathways. A neural pathway is a pathway in which neurons fire and send signals through the brain. By doing this, you recondition your brain. Now, I think most things are recommended 21 days is how to, when you build a new habit, it is 21 days of doing that. I also want to recommend affirmations for you. I listen to affirmations every morning with my morning coffee and I repeat them. Self-love affirmations might truly be something that you need to learn to love yourself as you are, for who you are, because God damn it, you are good enough. You are good enough. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of everything that you desire. Okay? If you want more help, as I said, I've been down this path. I've done these things. I started a podcast to share what I learned with people. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Apple Podcasts. You can find it anywhere you get your podcasts. Okay? It's just the same name as my channel, Get In, We're Going Healing. That information is linked in the description box. If you need more help with this, if this is not enough, if you're having more issues and you want a more in-depth personal reading, my email is in the description box. Send me an email. We'll set up a time. We'll do a Zoom call. I can do a recorded one, send it to you, that sort of thing. I can do a personal reading for you. Okay, send me an email and I'll do that for you. And if you want to get more inspiring content, I have an Instagram page and a Facebook page, and you can find me at Get In, We're Going Healing on those platforms. And I share inspiring content every day to kind of help or most days, to kind of help move things forward and help you on this path. When I find things that I feel are accurate, I share them. And they're usually things that are accurate on my path as well, which is why I share it with you. Okay? So until next time, please, my beautiful pile number 2s, continue to drop those things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Love and light. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3s. If you chose the energy card with Yang, this is your reading. So let's have a good look at what's happening in this card. So I see 2 hands here, one here and one here, that are holding this energy in their hands, creating energy. And then the colors I see in the energy are white, which is connection to source. I see reds and purples, which are connection to our stability, our root chakra, and to our intuition. Our purples are intuition. I see green, connection to heart chakra and our centers of love. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, Yang energy is masculine energy. When we talk about the yin and the yang, Yang energy is masculine energy, but it's doing energy. Okay, yin energy is receiving energy, and Yang energy is doing, making, producing kind of energy. So it might be that you are the kind of person who feels the need to do, to create, to push, to move things into place. Okay. And this also gives me feelings of energy ball. Now, even before we get into the reading, I want to share about this energy ball because it's so amazing. You can do this yourself. If you are not familiar with creating energy, I'm going to show you something real quick that you can do, because that's the energy on the card, that's the image on the card, so we're going to talk about it. So the way that you create an energy ball is first you rub your hands together, and now that creates heat. Friction creates heat, and friction is a kind of energy. It's force against force, okay? And what you're going to do is hold your hands out and feel the tingling and the energy inside your hands. Now, to make sure so that you can feel this energy, you open the hands a little bit and close them a little bit. And what you'll feel is when you pull away, there's a bit of a sucking, pulling sensation. And when you push them together, it's a pushing away sensation against the energy. And as you go, you can feel the pulse pulling you in, pushing you away, pulling you in, pushing you away, and building that energy inside your hands. Now, once you can do that as long as you want, once you've got that energy, what I like to do once I've got it is I like to bring that ball towards my heart and feel it enter my heart space and push that energy into my heart to open up my heart energy. Okay, so that right there, our lovely pile number 3 with your energy and Yang. You might be somebody who works with energy. Might be somebody who needs to build that energy. Maybe you need to do something, you need to create something, you need to push something into place and create energy. Let's find out. Where are we going to pull information from, Spirit? They want to start with the inner guides. So we're going to start with the inner guides and then we'll clarify each message, okay? So we're going to get some messages from our inner guides, our inner guide cards, and see what we need to hear today. All right, our beautiful pile number 3s. What do our pile number 3s need to hear, please? Taking 6 cards. What do our pile number 3s need to hear today? Okay. We've got purpose. We've got bravado. Competition. Oh, there's a lot of similarities in those 2 cards. Okay. More warrior guides. 3 more, please. 1. Okay, 2 more. 2. 1 more, please. 1 more card for pile number 3. Thank you. All right. We have grace, discipline, and deceit. Oh boy. All right. So, our first card is purpose. Okay, and that is showing somebody who is following their path. Oh, oh, you know what I just noticed that I never noticed before? The shadow doesn't seem to match the person, okay? The shadow seems different, right? Let's have a look. The shadow seems a little different than the person, okay? So this might already be talking about maybe looking into your shadow aspects of who you are. Now we see this face here, and this face is calm, and we have stars, so celestial. So this might even be source, okay, being your master teacher. And we've got following the direction of your path, your purpose. Okay, so right there, we're talking about following the path that is right for you. What is your individual path? What I want to say about that is that everybody's path is different. The direction of where your path is taking you is vastly different where someone else's path is taking them. Your path is unique to you. The pitfalls that you will encounter upon your path are unique to you. They are not necessarily something, whatever, someone else's path might run parallel to yours, where it looks like they're on the same path, but then it's going to bridge away and look very different. The trials and tribulations that you encounter upon your path are unique to your individual path. The rocks and sticks and logs and things to trip over on your path are unique to your path. Your path must be followed by you. You cannot walk somebody else's path. They cannot walk your path. Yours is specific to you. The next card we have is bravado, okay, from your warrior guides. So here are your warrior guides here, right? And this is why they're in the next one. Here are your warrior guides, okay? We've got Viking, we've got, I'm not sure what that is. We've got a native person on horseback, a First Nations person on horseback, okay? And we've got these people here who are cheering on the warrior, and we've got the warrior with the sword. But we've got a finger going at them, okay, with this finger here. Bravado talks about feeling that you are bigger than you are, okay? Coming in, we all know the false bravado mindset, right? Someone comes in, oh yeah, I'm so strong, I'm so big, I could totally kick your butt. I'm totally good. Look at how little you are. Look at how big I am. I could totally kick your butt. Bravado, right? So I feel like you're already being warned about bravado and acting like you are greater than you are and being willing to fight when fighting is not necessary. We'll get some clarifiers to find out, but your next card is competition. Okay, you've got these two people in tug of war, and again, we have our warrior spirits, right? We have our Viking, we have our native person, we have our, that looks like Middle Eastern. I would say something to protect your face from sand. I'd say Middle Eastern, I can't be certain, but that's my suggestion on that. And you've got these two people who are in a tug of war, competition, okay? So in this energy, when we're talking about yang energy, our first card was yang energy, that's masculine energy, as we said. So I don't know if maybe you are someone who is masculine or someone who just carries a lot of masculine energy with you, but masculine energy, toxic masculine energy, let's use that phrasing, because in our society, in our patriarchal society, we've been taught that masculine men are those who are lots of bravado, and you're competing. It's about competing. I'm better than you, you're better than me, I'm the best. I have to compete to be the greatest of all time. I have to compete to be the greatest, right? This mindset of competing seems to be something that is ingrained into our masculine culture. Now, that's not to say that there isn't something to compete, but this mindset of I have to be the best, and if I'm not worthy, is not healthy. It is not a healthy mindset to carry in our society. It's not healthy for our men, our boys, our husbands, our sons, our brothers, uncles, parents, fathers. None of this mindset of competing is unhealthy, because as we saw in our first card with purpose, your path is your path. Where you are meant to go is unique to you. There is no competing. Nobody's walking your path with you. It's your path. There is no competing on your path to your purpose, because your purpose is vastly different than someone else's. Just because someone's better at something than you does not mean that they are better than you. period, bar none, right? It just means that they have a skill set that is more developed than yours. It doesn't mean that that's a skill set you must carry. It is unique to wherever they're going to go. This competition, okay? Our next card is grace. And what we see here is this dove and these flowers and this person running through this field, and they look happy. They look free. They've got these beautiful flowers, connection to nature. We've got the dove here, and and with Holy Spirit. So now in the Bible, the dove was a symbol of life. If we remember the story of Noah's Ark, if you're familiar with that, after 40 days and 40 nights of rain, Noah saw the dove return with a branch in its mouth, which signified there was something living. There was land out there. There was life out there beyond the oceans and oceans of rain that was brought to sweep away all of the sinful people. Now, I don't like using the word sin because I have a lot of issues when it comes to religion and indoctrination and things like that. But with that mindset, if we're going to take that concept of sin, which I don't like that word, but let's take it as lower vibrational. Let's put it that way. Lower vibrational mindsets of competing and bravado. Lower vibrational mindsets of, having to fight for what you want instead of accept what you want. When we see that as what was wiped out, the fighting, the competing, the bravado, all of the arguing, all of the posturing, all of that stuff. When we see that being wiped out by the rains, the torrential rains, cleansing, we see rain as cleansing, right? When we see that it clears away. Let's say if you've ever drawn chalk art on the sidewalk, when it rains, it clears it away. It washes away the dirt. The rain clears away all of the old stuff. And when we saw the Holy Spirit, when we saw the dove bring back life, that's a renewal of life. So there may be, we'll clarify that, but there may be something where you are releasing these concepts and finding grace. Now, our next card is discipline by the master teachers. And that's apropos that it's 33, which is the master number. This card about discipline talks about working towards your goals and being disciplined towards what you want instead of being distracted by competing, instead of being distracted by this false bravado, right? We're working on moving forward on our goals, right? We're working on moving forward on our purpose. You must be disciplined on what you want, moving forward in what you want. If what you want, and here we see this person reading a book, we see this person creating stuff with molecule atoms, we see this person creating a chart, okay? If what you want is to move forward on your purpose, let's say what you want is to free your life to where you have more financial freedom, you have more freedom of time, you have more freedom of everything, right? You are less a slave to corporations and you are more living a unique life to yourself. If that's what you want, then you can't keep doing what you've done, right? If you want something that you haven't had, you have to do something you haven't done. If you're going to keep doing the same thing of competing, your same thing of bravado, same thing of all this stuff, if you're going to keep doing it, you're going to get exactly what you've already gotten. If what you want is to move forward on your purpose, then you have to be disciplined on setting your goals and moving forward on your goals, okay? And seeing through the deceit with our last card. Deceit with the guardian angels. And again, this card's number 27, but if we add 2 and 7 together, we get 30. Like 2 and 7, there's 10. It's an ending, okay? This is an ending. 10s are endings. So this card is talking about being aware of the masks. If we look at this card, what we see is this person here who's holding masks and that the people all around them are wearing masks. Where are the lies that you are telling yourself where you are wearing a mask, where you are pretending to be somebody that you are not, where you are wearing a mask to get by and be what everybody else thinks you should be instead of being your authentic self? Because I promise you, the key to moving forward on your purpose, the first card being purpose, the last card being deceit with the masks, the key to moving forward on your purpose is to drop the mask, to let go of being who you think you're supposed to be so you can be who you are. As long as you are pretending to be something other than what you are, how the heck are you going to figure out what you are? Because you're pretending to be something else. And how the heck are you going to find people who are right for you if they're seeing the mask? How are they going to ever see under the mask if you never show anyone what's under the mask? Okay, let's get some clarifiers. Okay, I really strongly feel that this is someone who's carrying masculine energy, because all that I'm seeing in these cards are pretty much what our masculine collective is going through at this time. Our yang energy. This is what's going on in our masculine collective at this point. Whether you are, it doesn't matter if you are gender, masculine or female, isn't the point. It's the energy. If you can be female and have a high amount of masculine energy, you can be male and have a high amount of masculine energy. It's the energy. It's not the gender. Okay, don't get caught up on gender. It's not about gender. It's an energy. Okay, we saw that in our first card, yang energy. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. 3 cards for our purpose card, please. For our pile number 3s who are learning about their purpose. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay. So we've got 6 of Swords in reverse, releasing mental baggage that is not yours. We have the Devil in reverse, letting go of addictions, things that you are addicted to that are keeping you stuck. Then we've got 2 of Pentacles, or sorry, 2 of Swords in reverse. 2 of Swords is indecision, but in reverse, making a choice. Okay, so we're clarifying what is your purpose. And if you're moving forward, we talked about moving forward on your path. In order for you to move forward on your path, you need to let go of the mental burdens that you are carrying that are not yours. Okay, I likened this to other people like generational curses. Okay, let's say that your great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother handed you a Gucci bag, okay? And they passed it down to your great-grandmother, who passed it down to your mother, who passed it down to you. But you're carrying this Gucci bag, but you're not a Gucci girl or a Gucci guy. You don't like Gucci. It's not you'd rather have Prada, okay? But you carry this Gucci bag because it's been passed down the line over and over and over. That's the mental baggage. If you are not a Gucci guy or Gucci girl, quit carrying it. It's not yours. It's not your color. It's not your look. It's not for you. You are a Prada person, right? So why are you carrying this baggage that wasn't yours? And now I'm making light of it with the Gucci bag and the Prada bag, but this is essentially, these are mindsets, because swords are how we think about things. These are mindsets, mental mindsets that we have been passed down through the generations. And we continue to carry it because our parents gave it to us. Their parents gave it to them, whose parents gave it to them. And it gets passed down of this is the way it's supposed to be. But your purpose is your purpose. We talked about that already. Your path is your path, and no one else has walked that path because it's meant for you. So if you're carrying baggage and mental burdens that were not yours to begin with, let them go. Put them down. You don't have to carry them. No one's going to make you. Even if a parent said, well, I had to carry it, so now you had to carry it. Well, why the hell did they carry it? Because their parent told them to carry it? Just because it's always been done that way doesn't mean it still has to. You get to decide for yourself if you want to carry it. And you're being told by your master teacher, drop it, drop the bag, okay? The Devil is all about, this is shadow work, but this is about addictions, okay? The Devil is about who's pulling the strings on the misery that you are holding. Look at his hand. He's got the strings coming down. This person here is sitting in misery, right? Who's pulling the strings? Is it you? Or is it your addictions? What are you addicted to? Are you addicted to misery? It doesn't have to be substances. It could be. It could be substances. It could be alcohol. It could be some type of drugs. It could be addictions to misery. It could be addictions to suffering. It could be addictions to feeling sorry for yourself, feeling like a victim, victimhood. Victim mentality is an addiction. When we get addicted to feeling like we are always in the victim, that it's always everyone else's fault that we are suffering. It is always everyone else's fault that we are unhappy. It's always everyone else's fault. That is an addiction to victimhood. because it keeps us from making the decision to do something different. It keeps us from making the decision to decide to do something else. As long as we stay and play the victim, it's not my fault. I'm unhappy because my job sucks. I'm unhappy because my relationship sucks. I'm unhappy because I don't have this. I'm unhappy because I don't have that. Who's the one in charge of making you happy? We talk about this over and over. Who's in charge of making you happy? It is not someone else outside of you who is in charge of making you happy. It is your perspective of things that makes you happy or not. You choose happiness. There's a meme that goes around of this little person who is holding this thing, this happiness, and someone goes, "Where did you get that? I've been looking everywhere for that." And the person says, "Oh, I made it myself." Because you are the one who decides to be happy. You are the one who decides to make your happiness. You can't, looking outside of you, like the person that comes to them, "Where did you get that? I've been looking everywhere for it." If you are looking everywhere outside of you for happiness, you are going to be looking forever, my friend. Because you don't find happiness because someone else gives it to you. You decide that you want to be. You make the choice to release your mental burdens. You make the choice to release your addictions to these mindsets and personalities. Two of Swords in reverse, deciding. You decide to let go of these things. No one can take it from you. Even if, let's say you get put into rehab. Okay, let's say you are addicted to substances and you are forced into rehab. More often than not, people who are forced into rehab do not succeed because they didn't choose rehab. They were pushed into it, and they were pushed into it against their will. You must choose it. If rehab is going to work for you, if you're going to release your addictions, you must choose the path of rehabilitation. You must choose the path of releasing your addictions. No one can do it for you. That is your choice. I feel like we've said all we had to say for that. Let's move on. Okay, 3 cards for bravado, please. Okay, 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Oh, you got 4 cards. Oh, yes, and I see why you got 4 cards. Okay, bravado. So as we talked about already, bravado is, "Oh, look at me, I'm so good, I'm so smart, I'm so amazing, I'm so wonderful." Okay, it's pride. Bravado is pride. Clarifying it is 10 of Cups, having all your wishes fulfilled, having your dreams come true. Ace of Pentacles, something new growing for you. Page of Swords, believing in new ideas. Okay? With the Moon in reverse, making conscious choices. The Moon is about subconscious, your subconscious, what is underneath the surface, right? Look at the image on the card. We have this person, this mermaid or this human under the water, under the surface. The Moon is things under the surface. We got it in reverse. So things that are on the surface, things that are coming to light. Okay? So to clarify bravado, to clarify this mindset of bravado, we have that you want this beautiful life. You want this new start. You want these new ideas, right? So in order for you to get that, how are you going to do things differently? We started with the Yang energy. What are you going to do? Yang energy is doing energy. What are you going to do? And the answer is always let go of the false bravado. "Well, look at me, I'm so awesome." Instead of, and there's a difference between confidence and bravado. Confidence is knowing, yeah, I know who I am. I'm clear in who I am. I know who I am. Bravado is, "Look at me, I want to convince everyone else around me that I'm so awesome." Because underneath it, you don't actually believe it. It's false confidence. Okay? Those who are confident don't need to project that they're confident. It's an energy they carry. Everyone knows it. They can feel it. It's obvious. It's only when you're like, "Look at me, I'm so confident, I'm so amazing, I'm so wonderful." It's there to mask that you don't actually feel that. It's a false confidence. It's not real, okay? For it to be real, for you to get the 10 of Cups, for you to get that happy life, for you to have this new growth, this Ace of Pentacles, this new energy in the material realm, these new young ideas, you have to change the way you think about things consciously. Consciously change. Bring your subconscious to the conscious. Change, look at what's underneath the surface and see that it's there. The lack of confidence, where does it come from? Why is it there? Who put it there? And let it go, right? That goes back to what we said before about letting go of the mental burdens that you're carrying that were not yours, that were handed down to you. What stories are you telling yourself that was handed down to you that it's time to let go of? Bring the subconscious to the conscious, okay? Clarify competition, please. 3 cards to clarify competition. 1, 2, 1 more, please. Clarify competition. 3. Thank you. All right. Competition is clarified by 7 of Cups with projections and imagination, 4 of Pentacles with keeping things to yourself, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, sharing with others, and 10 of Pentacles in reverse, not having the things that you need. Oh, okay. All right. So the competition that you are having, the clarification, is that you are imagining that other people are trying to take your wealth from you. Okay? 10 of Pentacles is having all the money that you need in order to live the life that you want. 7 of Cups is imagining things. Okay, let's look at this card. See how he's got these cups in reverse? Now, cups are emotions, right? So all these cups are flipped over. He's imagining a snake. He's imagining a ladder. He is in his imagination. Okay? 4 of Pentacles is keeping things close to you, not sharing, right? So see how she's holding her purse close to her? She's clutching it close so no one can get it, right? So the competition that you are in, and there's 2 pentacles here, right? 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. That could be money, but it doesn't have to be. Pentacles are material items. So the competition you're in is you feel like other people are keeping you the finances that you want away from you. It's someone else's fault. We talked about that already. You're acting as if it is someone else's fault that you don't have the financial success that you want. But with the 7 of Cups, it's in your imagination. It's not actually real. You are imagining this. This is a story that you are telling yourself. That the reason you don't have that is someone else's fault. We talked about in the beginning, competition. You're competing. I'm better than you. You're better than me. It's my fault, your fault. You might have been called to pile number 2. There was a similar message in pile number 2. So if you felt like you might have wanted to go to that one, there's definitely a message there for you. Check it out. Okay? This competing mindset. Okay? This mindset that I can't have what I want because someone else is in my way. We talked about that already with the path. Your path is your path. These are just roadblocks on your path. How are you going to move around them? It is not anyone else's fault that you are where you are. You are choosing that. You are choosing to blame someone else for the situations that you are in rather than making changes for yourself. So what are you going to do about it? Right? Are you going to continue to imagine these stories and imagine that there's competition when there's not? There's nobody competing with your path with you. Your path is your path. What is meant for you will always be for you. It might take a little bit of time to get there, but what is meant for you will always be for you. Your path is your path. No one can step you off your path but you. You're the only one who goes off into the weeds. That's your choice. If you step off your path and take a different path, that is your decision. That is not someone else's choice to make. That is yours. How are you going to get back on your path where you were acting as if it's someone else's fault that you were out of place? But it's not. No one can put you back on your path but you. Let go of this imagining that you are, that you're imagining that someone's stopping you from getting to where you want to be. That's only your imagination, okay? Clarify grace, please. 1, 2, oh, you got 4, 5 cards. Ooh, and I see the Tower in there. Okay, baby. We got some messages coming through. All right. We asked for grace. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, this is a, dude, you're getting the same message, and it's a similar message. Your guides are very clear about this, okay? We talked about Holy Spirit. We talked about grace. We talked about this card already. What you got to clarify is the 4 of Cups, apathy, okay? So you see this person, she's staring off into space. She's like, meh. She doesn't even notice that there are 3 cups empty beside her, and she does not notice the full cup full of blessings next to her, because she's so focused on, life is so, life sucks, this is terrible, I don't enjoy my life, But she's missing this beautiful cup here filled with blessings. She's not even noticing it, okay? You got the King of Pentacles in reverse, lack of abundance. This is a repetition of the last card with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Again, it's talking about not having the resources that you want. King of Pentacles is abundance. In reverse, lack. But I'm sorry to say, but Source is coming in to tear that shit down. The Tower is all about divine destiny, tearing that crap down. Whatever has been built on a bad foundation must come down. It's going to require you to do some self-reflection with the Hermit. The Hermit is the card of the wise yogi on the mountaintop doing all that self-reflective by themselves with no one else around and no one but their thoughts to connect to, right? This is the Hermit on the mountaintop. This will require you to self-reflect, and 8 of Cups, walk away from the things that are no longer serving you, that are no longer in your highest good, okay? It lines up under letting go of addictions, letting go of addictive mindsets, okay? In order to do that, again, first card from your inner guides is Grace and Holy Spirit, believing that there is life after the washout. Seeing the blessings that Source has given you, seeing the blessings that the universe has provided to you, instead of looking at your lack, knowing that Source is coming to tear it down, to cause tower moments, to tear down what is no longer in alignment for you. But again, it's all choice. Free will is a thing. You must choose to look inward and look at where these patterns are coming from, and then choose to walk away from them, to leave them behind. If you want something you haven't gotten before, you have to do something you've never done before. That's going to require you to choose to let go of your apathy. Choose to let go of your competition. Choose to let go of your addictions. Choose to let go of your bravado. Choose to let go of the mental burdens that you've been carrying. Make a decision, okay? Discipline, 3 cards to clarify discipline, please. 3 cards to clarify discipline, please. 1. Yeah, I'm already seeing where they're going with that. This is how you're going to get it. Queen of Wands, 2 more cards, please. 2. 1 more card, please. Oh, you got quite a few. All right. These cards are sneaking. Oh my goodness. I don't believe in coincidences. On the bottom, underneath the table, was dropped this Vesca Pisces card. Okay. And this is a blending of 2 things. Okay. Look at the darkness. Look at the light. Okay. This is darkness of water. This is light in the clouds. And the Vesca Pisces in the center is where they 2 converge. Okay. Where life begins. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful message, especially coming on the heels of what we've been reading. This is already talking about you have to find a balance between your light and your dark. Okay. That's where your life will begin. That's where the new energy will start for you. You have to find a balance between your light and your dark. Okay. That's just a lovely bonus message for you. Okay, so let's look into discipline. We've got the Queen of Wands. She's sharing her energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is destiny stepping in. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse position. Things are out of balance. 9 of Cups in the reverse position. You're not getting the things that your heart's desires, okay? So we asked for clarification on discipline. Focus on what you want. In order to do that, Queen of Wands, look at the card. She's holding her dreams in her hand. She's holding her energy in her hand. Wands are energy, okay? The energy of building what you want and creating it for yourself. We started in the beginning with creating an energy ball, right? Our first thing we did with the yang energy was creating an energy ball. So you are the one who can create this energy for you. Queen of Wands, she's building it in her hand. She's creating an energy ball in her hand, right? The wheel is always turning, okay? When the wheel of fate is turning, whatever was fated to be that was negative will turn and turn positive. This is fate. We see the light and the dark again. That's another repetition. Again, okay? Synchronicities, repetitions, light and dark, balance between the two. This is the wheel of destiny is turning for you. Things have been out of balance. Two of Pentacles. Pentacles, again, are material realm things. The material realm has been out of balance for you, okay? And it's keeping the things that you really truly want away from you. Do you know what those are? Queen of Wands, do you know what they are? What is it you actually want? Maybe the first question is to get clear on what you truly want. What do you actually want? Okay, really and truly, not things like, yeah, I want a lot of money. What do you want a lot of money for? What do you want to do with it? What do you feel like a lot of money would do for you? What would it bring you? Would it bring you material things that you want? You get to buy all the things that you want and have all the things. What do you get out of that? Would a lot of money bring you freedom of time? Okay, what would you do with that freedom of time? If you're going to squander it, then Source is going to be like, no, you can't have it. If you're just going to be lazy and do nothing with it, what are you going to do with it? If you have the time and if you have the financial freedom to have freedom of time, what are you doing with that time? Are you doing something that moves you forward on your path? Because the card we got underneath it was discipline, right? So get clear on what it is that you want, okay? You want a happy relationship? What's that going to look like? What's it going to do for you? My guides told me that when I'm manifesting, I can't just say what I want. I have to embody it. I have to imagine what it would be like to already have it. What would it feel like to have that? What would it look like? What would it smell like? What would it taste like? What would I do? Who would I talk to? Where would I be? What would I wear? They don't speak the energy of language. They speak the energy of energy. So you have to show them what it is. You have to be disciplined enough to know when you get these dreams, your 9 of Cups, when you have your dreams fulfilled, what does that look like? What does that mean for you? What would you do with it? Would you travel? Then picture yourself traveling. Would you be able to leave your job? Picture yourself doing that. Let's say when you do leave your job, what are you going to do with that? Now that you have, what are you doing with that time? Are you sitting around watching TV all day? Are you sitting around watching, whatever talk shows are on and that's what you do? Then Source is like, well, that's a waste of your time. That's not what you're supposed to get out of it. This is destiny, but you are out of balance, okay? So figure out what it is that you actually want. What is really, truly your dream? What is truly your heart's desire? Okay, let's get some clarifiers for deceit. Where are we wearing masks? Okay. Empress in reverse, 3 of Cups upright. One more card, please. Oh, they wanted to come out. Okay, you got 2 more cards. They wanted to say that. All right. Magician in reverse, Knight of Cups upright. All right. Where are you wearing the masks? You believe that you are not the creator of your destiny. Empress is the creator. That's Mother Gaia. Look at, she's pregnant, right? That is the energy of creation. The feminine energy is that of creation. Feminine energy creates life. Who carries the babies? Feminine energy. Okay, the Empress creates stuff. Where are you wearing a mask? You don't believe that you are the creator of your destiny. You believe that you've been given a lot in life and you're just going to follow that. And that's just the way life is. You're refusing to take responsibility for changing your life. 3 of Cups. Okay, this is community. 3 of Cups are your buddies. These are your besties. These are your friends. Where are you lacking connection with other people? Okay, so maybe you're telling yourself you don't need connection. because the card we got was deceit, lies. We asked to clarify lies. What lies are you telling yourself? You're telling yourself that you are not the creator of your destiny. You're telling yourself that you don't need community, that you don't need friends, you don't need people. You're telling yourself, again, we have the magician in reverse, the creator of your destiny. The magician has everything at their disposal to make the life that they want. They have all the tools available to them. That is the difference between those who create energy. The high priestess creates a life within the energetic realm. The magician makes it happen in the real world, the physical world, and has everything that they need to make it happen. This is alchemy. The magician in reverse. You are telling yourself the lie that you are not capable of creating the life that you want. Knight of Cups. You are telling yourself that you don't want new love. Okay, Knight of Cups, he's got these roses in his hand. There's a letter down here. There's cups, there's his emotion. The Knight of Cups has an offer of love, and it's mature love. It's grown-up love, or else it would be the Page. The Page of Cups is young, immature, childish. The Knights are mature. They've grown, right? So what lie are you telling yourself? That you haven't grown up yet, and that there isn't an offer that you want to give. But it's a lie. It's a mask. It's over the card of deceit. That was our clarification. Where are you deceiving yourself? Where are you lying to yourself? Where are you wearing a mask and pretending that that's not what you want? You're telling yourself that this isn't what you want, that you don't want this new love. You don't want to make an offer of love to someone. You don't want to communicate an offer of love to someone, but you obviously do because it's in the deceit card. So where are you not making an offer that you want to be making? Where are you not communicating where you want to be communicating? Where are you not connecting with people when what you really want is connection? But you're telling yourself you don't. Where is it that you're telling yourself that you are not the creator of your destiny when you are? Where are you telling yourself that you are not capable of having the life that you want when you can? You are the creator of your life. You are the one walking your path. Again, we started with walking the path. The first card we started with was walking your path. So why aren't you? What is holding you back from walking the life that you want? Even before I answer that, I look at the bottom of the deck and we have Ace of Swords in reverse, because you're believing old stories that are stuck in your head. Okay, Ace of Swords is new ways of thinking, right? Swords are how we think. Aces are new. They're new starts. This is in reverse. You're telling yourself old stories, and it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you trapped. So again, we started with the yang energy. So again, I really strongly feel this is our masculine collective. Okay. So to my masculine collectives, or those who are carrying the masculine energy, and of course, even as feminines, we carry masculine energy. Everybody, that's the yin and the yang. We all have yin and yang. Everyone has it. So where is it where you are meant to be taking action, where you are meant to be creating integration of your dark and your light? Where are you telling yourself that you are incapable of doing this? Because I'm sorry, my friend, you are lying to yourself. You are capable of creating the life and destiny that you want, but you have to choose it. Okay? Let's get one final message from the Love Yourself deck by Louise Hay. See what other messages, what final love messages we have to love yourself, okay? Because goddamn, people, I feel like you need to. Somebody doesn't know how to love themselves. Every day I choose to send loving, healing energy to the planet. What I do with my mind does make a difference. My mind is a powerful healing tool. I feel like that's the message right there. My mind is a powerful healing tool. What did we say with all these swords? These old mindsets, these old ways of looking at things, these mental baggage that we're carrying, these are all mental things. Your mind is a powerful tool. The stories you tell yourself, the choices you make is a powerful tool. If you tell yourself that your life sucks, then what do you think you're going to get? Your life sucking. If you tell yourself that your life is full of beauty and amazing and magic and capabilities, then what do you think you're going to get? More opportunities for the life to prove that to you. One more card, please. I appreciate others for who they are. I accept that I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. What did we say? Your path is your path. They must do the work themselves, and they will do it when they are ready. Okay? I think that's the message, the most important message on that. Your mind is a powerful healing tool. I accept that I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must do the work themselves, and they will do it when they are ready. You cannot make someone do the work until they are ready to do the work, and that's going to require some tower moments. Okay, we saw that. The tower. It's going to require you to break down what is no longer in alignment for your best and greatest good. If you are continuing to walk a path that is wrong for you, off in the weeds, wandering off in the woods, not following your path, how the heck are you ever going to get where your path is taking you? You're not even on it. Okay? You have to make the decision. I feel like this is for other people, but this is also an important message for you. Other people cannot learn your lessons for you. You must do the work yourself when you are ready. Okay, pile number 3. I mean, I don't think that they could be any more clear. They were pretty darn obvious on what's going on here. Let go of the competition. Let go of the bravado. Let go of the mental baggage that you were carrying that was not yours. Okay? Walk away from the things that are not serving you. Make the decision to live the life that you want to be living. Get clear about what that looks like and how you want that to look and what that means for you. And then act on it. You're the yang energy. You're the doing energy. Act on it. Take action. This isn't a waiting thing. This is a doing thing. Yang energy. Act on it. Okay? If you need some more help on this, I have been on this path for a few years now. Most of my life, but really intensely over the last few years. I've started a podcast about this. Check it out. It is available on Spotify. It is available on Apple Podcasts and anywhere you find your podcasts. Okay? That's in the description box if that's something you're interested in. I have been doing the work, and I share as I go along my path what that looks like and what I'm learning and how I'm learning it and where it came from. Okay? There might be something in there that will help you. It might not all be for you, but there might be a few gems in there that might be the answer that you're looking for. Check it out. If you're looking for more clarification on your particular situation, send me an email. It's in the description box. I can do a reading specifically for you and answer more in-depth specific questions for your specific situations. Okay? If you're looking for more inspiration on this healing path, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I share inspiring content regularly to help you move along this path and things that might be gems to help you move forward in wherever you need to be. Okay? And that's what I have for you.